everyone, and welcome to Seneca Scout for February 19th. I'm guest anchor Natalia Wajahat, and tonight we have another great mix of stories from around the globe, and right here in our own district. We begin tonight with the pandemic and vaccination efforts close to home. COVID-19 infection rates have been improving consistently in Butler County over the past month. Infection rate has stayed below 1, which means that more people are recovering from COVID than becoming infected. This also means that we're now in Orange County on the map instead of red. Partial vaccine distribution is set to reach 10% of the population by March. More than 20,000 doses have been distributed already. Everything seems to be going along smoothly relative to the past year. We now turn to Matt with an update on the intense winter weather that has been affecting much of the country.
Thank you. Major winter storms are sweeping all over the country here, especially in the southern plains. We've seen areas in Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas all get rolled by this massive winter storm. The roadways are with ice accumulating all over the place, including a massive 130-car pileup in the Fort Worth interstate. This has caused many people to lose their lives, and it's a terrible, terrible thing. Now, this winter storm has seen record temperatures all over the country, and it's possible that it could get worse.
Thank you for that, Matt. Robert Morris University has just implemented a brand new dual admission program that will certainly interest students. The RMU Gateway initiative means that students from the Butler County Community College, along with other local community colleges, will be able to be admitted to RMU and get RMU credits at community college prices while they get their associate's degree. After that, they can then transfer to RMU and receive scholarships ranging from $3,000 to $12,000, on top of any other financial aid that they may be eligible for. This program should serve to make college more accessible and affordable for students in Western Pennsylvania. And speaking of learning, we all know that this last year has brought more difficulties than we could imagine. Let's go over to Ethan with more details on the problems of virtual learning.
The pandemic has brought a new set of challenges to American schools. The education system has fought to bring learning and safety to all students, but tough times have led to inequality in the system. A recent study conducted by NBC and Challenge Success have found that remote students are struggling more than their peers. This includes higher rates of stress, headaches, and insomnia. Additionally, children who learn at home are less likely to reach out for help and complete up to 90 minutes more homework than those who go to live school. Several students and teachers have offered their own experiences to see how Seneca compares to the study.
More stressed at home or in school?
I'm probably more stressed at home.
I'm probably more stressed in school.
That's a hard question, actually. I think I'm a little more stressed when I'm remote.
Well, I think because of what we've been doing at home, I'm more stressed whenever we come back because I don't know if I'm on the right track or not.
I'm much better with structure, and with remote, there's just like no structure with it. It's kind of just like whatever with it, but it's like when I'm in person, when I'm there, I feel like there's much more value to it, and I'm able to like comprehend things better, and I'm able to do my schoolwork better in person. But I think the one thing with remote is that like it's a bit more flexible, but like sometimes I just can't handle that and it gets a bit stressful. So
If you have trouble, would you ask for help during remote instruction?
Probably not.
No.
I would say I'm more likely to reach out for help when I'm in person.
At school, I already don't really ask a lot of questions, but at home, to come off the mic and the teachers can barely even hear you sometimes, it's just a lot of work.
During the spring I would have because I knew my teachers and I could have just asked them, hey, what's up? Can I have help on this? But we never got to know our teachers well enough for me to feel entirely comfortable telling them or asking a question that, for all I know, could have been out of the blue or could have been right on where we were supposed to be.
Because it's much more easier to do that in person because you're there, you're with people, but it's like with remote, it's like it feels like you're by yourself.
Do you have more homework online or in school?
I would definitely say I have more homework online.
It definitely feels like more homework and whenever we're online.
For me, I think I would say they're both about the same personally for me.
Just because, you're on your phone. Whenever teachers are like, okay, now I'm going to give you time for homework, you don't do it. I mean, people say they do it, but you don't do it. So probably at home.
Just because there's no separation between school and when you're doing your extra work for homework.
I know I've heard people that have had more workload with remote, and at times I feel like it, but I think for the most part for me, I would say it's both about the same, so.
Thank you for that, Ethan. And our other SB students. One student who is thriving this year is senior wrestler Alejandra Herrera Rondon, who recently racked up the most wins of any wrestler in Seneca Valley wrestling history. Let's see what Alejandra has to say about this accomplishment.
It's amazing, actually, because I moved here my freshman year, and the wrestling team was just coming up, and we were just getting better. And as soon as I started getting on the lineup, I had to fight real hard to actually show how good I was, and show what I could do. And then once I started putting in that extra months in, just wrestling all year round, I can't say that I expected it, but I mean, it was something that I wanted to do from the beginning. So just the fact that I actually did that and broke the record, and it's a pretty significant record as well. It was held by one of I think one person by Rich Barron in the 1982. He had 126, and then my freshman year, a senior, his name is Lewis Knoll. He broke it and his final record was 156. So the fact that I looked at that my freshman year, and I looked at it as like, that is obtainable, and I can achieve that kind of stuff.
Lastly, from the halls of SV to outer space, the world's first space helicopter is set to take flight on Mars in the next couple of months. Ingenuity is a 4-pound drone that will be attached to the Perseverance rover scheduled to land on Mars. This drone will become the first flight drone to take flight on Mars. The helicopter will be able to fly around the planet within its capabilities. NASA has 5 flights scheduled for the drone, the first being a simple test flight, and the last to take photographs of Mars' terrain. While the drone will be able to take pictures and footage, it was mainly designed to prove that the aerodynamic on Mars works the same way as they have and do, to show that drones are a big step in the future of exploration of planets. For Seneca Scout, I'm Natalia Wajahat. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we hope you have a great weekend.